I hope that now uncontested.
Oh, media. For now, I'm not interested in Ghana elections. I'm not interested.
Until they are manonina.
Oh no. Me manonina. One say manonina. The TN say. Yet now na yatna ho ana. Nyame adom adwuma saa beka ho. No one so me interested in moving back home. Can say position there for now I'm not interested in contesting for any position.
Okay, but you are interested in supporting people.
Oh, not just support, but work for people.
Work for people.
Yeah.
And one of them is Stephen Nsem.
Yeah, I work for Stephen Nsem. Essence say me wo GD mapa because bra enye one say for 20 years one position oba no ko. It is unique. It has never.
No, but the fact they say but for 20 years oba no ko say he can do the job.
Exactly. You have a fantastic point.
Yeah.
I will never argue about that. But it also shows a quality that is required for leadership. So if you are ultimately combining that resolve, that commitment, as against efficiency, and that efficiency emanates from the fact that he has been the first vice chairman of the party before. So he has a track record. He has a history where he was making sure that every region be having a party office. He gave now something about buses.
Yeah.
He started it. He gave every region a car, a vehicle to use.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Stephen Nsem.
Stephen Nsem.
Okay.
In fact, so all party head offices now, your party letterhead, no, he donates them. Complimentary card, yes, business cards. He gives to the every election be a parliamentary candidate. So sample ballot papers, no. He provide for every MPP candidate. Really? Yes.
Stephen Nsem.
In recent time, just about this morning, me posted ne video be like I've done an artwork in a video that I have shared. Ubehu my catalog a juma waye ama abide in support of government, campaigning, making sure that people on the street asking Ghanaians to vote for Nanado to give him 4 more years. So if you're able to combine this resolve and discipline and loyalty as against say okono abano, I think say when you hear from an individual in any organization, political or corporate, to ensure so they achieve a result. And I believe say for MPP to achieve that breaking the 8, it will be extremely difficult, a mountain to climb. Looking at the outliers, circumstances, so ama and so no. Ghana so here tibino. Here will be a obetimi ama party man because social statistics now you realize the numbers between MPP and NDC are almost equal. However, when you're on call for o party ma MP abonten ambeto aba and no man nye dwumaden o man kwa abonten ambo eye aban no nyuma pa ho dawura you will lose the elections. Okay. Because the floating voters, in as much as about 60% are for MPP because of our good programs and policies. But it will not be enough for you to win the election. You will need your party people to do the job for you. So you need a leader the party can look up to say, Papa way. Daniel Brenina or Basso Baba some party, And what is my excuse? Make election amending Kunintimatia Koda. Look at our chairman. He lost once, he lost twice, he lost thrice, 4th time. But he's still here. Saying we should work together to ensure MPP become the party for the nation or of the nation. So, sir, and your man will make us a Lusno Abanoa. And don't just say it means be our brain to it shows and it points to a direction. Say, no, this is a manner. Oh, you're committed too much. But to no watch my party too much. For that matter, ye nyano ba na ye nyano ne record, ne demonstrable record that I think the breaking the 8 will not be amounting to climb.
But the name Stephen Nsem as a Ayera Kakra after or contested the last, what was his contribution in the 2020 elections?
2020 elections, like I said, news items. For example, he ensured every single day, about a month to the elections, Obepe Mayua Now omo ate see the principal streets Kromha to champion the good works and the policies of Nana Addo Dankwa.
Oh, okay. And the man and who am on Stephen in team.
And he personally financed these things.
Wow.
I don't think of that, like I told you, no. And this is ritual. He does it every time. Parliamentary candidate. I recall, let me give you I don't know if, but I'll say it. 2018, you Kofodia.
Okay.
Whilst we were in Kofodia, I said, now, more mountain, more way, no, Pole, or more administration. I think one of the horse or so anymore. Now, one afternoon, Friday afternoon, you were on my right was MP now or what Apostle can or lose MP.
Ebenezer
Nate
yeah.
was on my right. On my left was Chairman Gute, the person call for first vice chair man of the MPP. Then next to him was now mayor of Kumasi, Sampine. The next to Sampine was Charles Bisu.
Okay.
Apart from me, Chairman Bute, all of them were for Chairman Blake. Then on my right, and I recall, I was making the point and said, no, Stephen team is our own. Yeah, and we will need him. Ebenezer was telling, the Honorable Ebenezer was telling us, and there were a lot of people. It was a huge.
Yeah. I was there.
Tenting. That's why we like Chairman Blake. We should vote for Chairman. It was massive. Do you know what happened? 2020, that was 2018, and in team lost. 2020, year registration, no? One of the constituency in Greater Accra, Stephen team chose to donate essential supplies to ensure was Ebenezer Nate's constituency.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, it's on our youth. I will show you the video.
Wow.
Where he was standing there with Ebenezer Nate addressing the media.
Even though Ebenezer was against him.
In fact, before Ebenezer was even going to contest, he had provided logistics to him to contest for his elections.
Wow.
But yeah, he campaigned against him. Even after he campaigned against him, he was still supporting him.
But beyond Stephen team, say Obe winning the chairmanship race for the NPP. You need a candidate to bet me a breaky 8, you know. I'll bet contest as flag bearer. With all the names that have come up, who are you going for?
Oh, for now, I am more concentrated on Stephen Team and his campaign. That's where my attention is.
But you should be thinking of a flag bearer that will lead you to break the
process. Like I said, Yeri polling station, electoral area, Yeri constituency, we are about to go into the national. Only me brap and you could do.
Yeah.
If you are near a call national. Say one you're careful, not say one taking care of these processes. One will create a problem for yourself. And like American breaking the 18 is extremely sensitive.
No, but at the end of the day,
but one manages and your winning. I know I'm more attention and call one thing at a time. Now we're jumping gun. We will get there. We will definitely get there.
No, but at the end of the day, you finish the process. Yes.
Our personal decisions will be made.
Okay.
And I think that personally, as a party, intra-party politics now. People should be able to freely express themselves, their opinions, who they support.
Yes, that's why I'm asking you. So we have Baumia, we have Alan, we have a free Yakoto, we have Chermatin, Boache Jakon, and Joe Gatti.
Yes.
So these 5, Obeko for one.
Say, Osha in 24-5 year. Let's pick the 2 leading ones so far.
2 leading ones, yeah, why?
Alan Chermatin and Dr. Baumia.
Okay.
Then I'll come to the rest. You look at Obiti say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. I recall, I was Takrady Poly then, now I think it's Takrady
Technical University.
And they have a park there, a football park. On a yard door, Dr. Baumia. And around that time, you could tell, not a politician, he was a pure banker and technocrat. And Ocean from that time to the maturity he has exuded. Me 2012 elections. Now Ocean the series of lectures, economic lectures now organized here explaining our economic situation that endeared to the hearts of the people. A woman and a main child here, yes, I didn't buy 2016, he became the vice president. The running win, and we won in 2017. And then leader of the economic management team. So we shared, but for COVID, the successes that we chalked in terms of economic, that Ghana was one of the fastest growing economy in the world. And I recall somewhere in New York, capital, Albany, I was invited to speak at a program there. One of their state senators in the organization, and Bloomberg reports about Ghana's economy. I'm talking about 2019. So, and even the fact that somebody who has been a pure technocrat, now we are discussing him as a potential president, I think he deserves that credit. And also a man for the fact that now he appears to be leading.
Are you for Baumia or for Alan?
Alan, so industrialization.
Kofi Amayao, are you for Baumia or Alan?
Oh, for now I'm for Stephen Ntim.
Yes, but at the end of the day, Mube choose flag bearer.
Definitely.
And what can say two leading candidates? Are you for Baumia or Alan?
When the time comes, I will choose one.
For
now, let me work to ensure, Stephen Ntim will become the chairman.
Okay, so granted.
Unless you tell me that Stephen Ntim be chairman.
Granted, Stephen Ntim is chairman. Now you need a flag bearer. You have two people. Alan and Baumia. Obeko for one.
I think I'll make a determination.
But the really okay. So between
so the answer is that deciding who.
So between these two personalities, why now bet me able to break the 8?
I am. Me belonging to the school of thought. Say yenyo mumi yenuboma ebeboa.
Auntie, combine.
Yes, I believe say.
And who will be flag bearer? Who will be running mate?
That decision will be made by. Oshe said here at TSCI you can have Dr. Baumia to become a running mate again.
And Baumia be leading Alan a running mate.
And yes, can say.
That's what you believe in.
If that if it happens,
you think that with that moment to me a break 8, you know. So
yes,
Baumia Alan.
Possible for us to break the 8.
Baumia Alan.
Yes.
Baumia as flag bearer. Alan as running mate.
Possible.
Really?
Ebeti a breso.
Sir.
Papa. Ebeti a breso.
But you come man bomudia mobe brepa.
Or but say now we to say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeka. You want Dr. Baumia who ebeboa and a powerful woman from the north to partner with Alan. So
a powerful woman like.
I will look at Obi to say the ambassador to the US. Her Excellency Hawa. Is it Hawa? Alima.
The local government. Wow.
So if you look at the pair, say the party decided to go with Dr. Baumia, I will advocate for Napo to partner him. If the party chooses Alana, I will advocate for a woman from the north.
But do you think the MPP would deserve another victory from Ghanaians?
Yes, and yes, because Openi, frankly, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo Juma. You can't take away from him. Because Waye Juma, every facet of our economic life, social life, we're touching. Now let's look at this. Me Debia Mika say NDC and ya stick for MPP because baby I boy home models now. Economically we are better than them. Infrastructurally we are better than them. You can compare. We've constructed, upgraded, improved more roads than they have. A bar marketer, we have built more markets than they have. A bar bridges, we have built more bridges than they have. What I say? So about infrastructure, we've done better interchanges and we've done more than they have. About economically, we have performed all the indices available for us to talk about. We've done better than them. But the question really is that in the midst of all is the Ghanaian happy? That's for me where it's critical. Currently, the Ghanaian is not happy. The Ghanaian is not happy because of two things. I think, say, as communicators, and I blame myself, say we haven't done enough. Say you be promoting Nana Adom Numa, because frankly, say what's now working kind of the Fourth Republic we open Mpensenpensenmu what boy Juma pa. Why ensure said the Ghanaian who Ghana ni ankran no na ni wo ho ubedi yi ebe si uye no His Excellency Nana Adom Akufo-Addo me wojide mapa say wa ye adwuma esan say
ade na moye a said the ordinary Ghanaian ediye
the edi kan me go school or St. Peter's Secondary School senior high na samre na me be go school
St. Peter's there in Kwatia okay
na me mami adwuma say so it took the benevolence of ebusuafo na omo suso mu kakra na me adom me team dey course secondary school me to asuko UCC according to be mo a me dey nnem mo a me dey abedu he opani hwe senka ebusua no nke bi nimu a kama ntimi ankosu nke nenka asempa me no ndi ko enei enka kofia me anka me nye head of information for our permanent mission to the United Nations and the Consulate General in New York. It's because of the fact that we should afford school. How about those that no need that opportunity? But Nana Adom Akufo-Addo made it possible for millions of Ghanaian youth to go to secondary school. We have saved a lot of young people from saying Bia Omabra Bobeya Basa. And that is huge. Another example, though not the best, to Ube real school, you call university, and I recall I was living in Takrade. Now me bank, me chin, rage area more. Juma be a new rage. I'm for my application and to. My life was difficult. It was tough. Me can't meet madam for being chenwo kwashima. A drew numera. Amu no angamo no median me di half. Na me di half so ade chia makope gobe. Those days we talk gobe be 2 cedis. What talk kokwa eguso. One make say wedi ube numu so di akasa and adwa sa atwense e be no amo. It was difficult. So I appreciate what some of our people are going through. But Nana Adom made a way kakra. Say emfa na kombra. At least have 3 years of work experience. Oh sorry abuhu baby awoko. For me that is huge. Ebio omampeni de esi nani so say Mpensenpensenmu biano at least baby I betimi identify ama adwuma mfidi nnuma ba ho ama nipa omo ho so enya bia ye no omampeni etu ho na mo a ekoso anisa nkakra. So for me and the me de betwa to okra ne say COVID ba ye no na mini ha na me wo amanone. And I was monitoring things from afar. I was comparing what was happening in the US at that time when Trump was the president and what Nana Adom Akufo-Addo was doing in Ghana. And Brian, yes, I'm MPP needs here. His Excellency Nana Adom Akufo-Addo, a back of that. He or the senior news to say, "Wo Ghana Nino, or bought buying." And that's be ensure say you don't die, regardless of the cost. Because at the time, the US was still grappling, lock it down, now Ghana, you take decisions. When we are close our borders, no, the US had not done so. And do you know, say in the US, una COVID, one I'll show who is when you are about to die and you don't call hospital. Una COVID, you catch yourself coffee. But Ghana, now una COVID, you don't call baby a show. Omo Thomas ya me akufie bisa won se sa aka na wa na ebo na Nana Adom Akufo-Addo aban na ebo sa aka what I say so ebio o hwe economy a ye to hospitality look at how massive hospitality in terms of its contribution to our GDP at year tourism so e close here beaches near adwuma edu mimenda na jo ani kosi da na jo a Kolabadi beach ko hwe. The economic activities are here. It was shut down for a number of months, almost a year. It affected the economy. But then I do ensure, say in all this, no Ghana for say be mu here mu bebre. Sir, in Swani Kania na ye free one. I'm for being you. Imagine what would have happened. One, we are Germany, especially the young for private sector and poor. We a teacher ni our private school be. Your mama could feel because of COVID. You are not being paid. Now, oh, my baby, you know me, sir. Almost you are to school, one go school. They will be at home, fee. Fear, gare, TV, soon kania. The cost of your utility will increase in the midst of the fact that you are not receiving salaries. So sometimes,
and electricity that the mine are free.
At the time, no, within that 1 year, no,
it was free.
I need you money.
Okay. But they say moji. More for crime biswaji.
Oh yeah, okay, for your for crime biswaji. And American say, you see, also we have to appreciate this conversation in the light of say at the time, no, a boy say na free ana.
Me pacho me de my free COVID time.
Yes,
more for crime biswaji.
Oh, na say ye tria. CCA, you know.
But I did free. I did free. I thought say IMF Maiska, World Bank Maiska, Bank of Ghana Maiska, yenye ska bebre. And it says kananke was say enuna mudi tua ekushin yen amu provide free. The other na mo geneba.
I say electricity nko.
No, yes, but
provide about 11 million students and staff.
But specifically, yenjina electricity and water. Mo de my free because ye dim say munya sika and ye no na mo de support e kushin yen.
True.
Ade na mo gene back.
Ade na ye je ne back.
Yes.
Opani o my no sika no mo de my no. Is it you understand and say it was sufficient?
Sika nation.
Let me cost COVID to you. What happened in COVID? Government lost almost 14 billion tax revenue.
Where?
In Ghana.
At the time,
COVID time.
The Ghana Revenue Authority, COVID time.
After.
Almost exceeded.
No, they
exceeded revenue. They exceeded.
In 2021, I'm talking about 2020. That's the year in review.
2020, what was the revenue shortfall?
It was 14 billion. 14 billion Ghana cedis. Unexpected budget expenditure was about 12 billion. Beyond that, you're shutting other critical sectors of the economy. And the revenue brain. Revenue be for example, uko tiptole, nipa do ahini tax or. But imagine the economic activities that will go on there, and then its effect on the economy. So we are saying that in the midst of all these things that we did, no, it wasn't enough for the Ghanaian. Now we go back to the issue. Say a buying a no man penia or drain Ghana for him or pay Ghana for kanko Ghana for ye Yordan akoma swa. Uji na nadu danko kufa do free man. And I have seen and I have read a lot of things, bad things said about the president. It's extremely unfortunate, but it's expected of the Ghanaian. And actually, so we will continue to soldier on. The Ghana for person ye beko swaye. Ti asempa nukre women say. So who bisa say, do we deserve another 4 years from Ghanaians? I think that we deserve to be the party for the nation. And on I say ye kwa about to be ana. MPP amanu kuni fata. So obedim kunim. Esan say yeni ye won hihye. We have the programs, we have the policies, we enact laws e magana nini di. Openi hwade bio. Na ye ba ye omampani John Dramani Mahama na no osi Ghana at crossroads. Na Ghana ye dun kwantana no ye hu di ye. And he admitted in that lecture, he had urged to move preoccupation. He said, "Sa bank na egu ye no a ehu sikasem you spending almost 25 billion no, and you are not a cost here." He cost us that. He admitted in that statement, in that lecture, that he's the reason. His government was the reason.
So
if we have spent 25 billion, that could have been used for another thing. And then we have the same government or the same political party and the same individual telling us, say, Obabe Lidi Ebiwa. Now, as a mesre, who deserves therefore
Kofi Ameya,
to do more
promise say Ghana for some move here from taxation to production.
True.
Have you achieved it?
The question is, the answer rather is that, 2017, did we really move the country from taxation to production?
Did you?
We did.
How?
We reduced and abolished 15 taxes in this country.
No, Kofi Ameya.
We reduced and abolished 15 taxes in this country.
So that was Mramoka said taxation to production. That was the mentality. Some will be reducing taxes. Was that it?
Is it true that when we promised you in 2016, said we will move the management of the economy? These were the phrase, and this was the phrase: the management of the economy from
taxation to production. Okay.
And I'm asking the question that, did we abolish and reduce 15 taxes in this country?
More abolish and reduce. Yeah.
Did we implement one district, one factory?
Okay, maybe. Yes. More abolish and reduce. Yeah. So the end results of production, because now you've dealt with taxation and you wanted to move
a balloon your economy
to where
we were doing about 3.4% as at the end of 2016. As yet, say Ghana, you see, Kasem no mudjedi amudi, and the no 3.4%.
Because in Bezamiti BBS, say, can see a movie a country from taxation to production at present.
You say, your boy, your home modern say, see a pesika, abo your home bra, and yet me move phone kwan or see a different name on your bepe kwan biswa, your bay numa, a bayane a year and crank man become boom. Na omudi nyuma ba na yedi nyuma ba na wonya biya na sebi mu didwa mo to ade mu twa mu income tax na eno so ebia ba ban fotomi ade impuntu nyuma.
And this is
2016 now. This is what happened in 2016, because we had gone for an IMF bailout. Na abano at that time Mpensenpensenmu John Dramani Mahama samere no akache Ghana for ni wiase nyina se ba yesika sɛm ntoto na ɔman ne nchichire ne bua ɛne sebi nyansa kwan a ɔse ye ma ye ho ɛtɔ ye no a ɔno de ɔntimi nyɛ tigi sɛ aborɔfo no IMF no ɛbɛsɔ yensa na ɔmo ɛdane ɛma ye bibi a friend policy credibility na sa policy credibility na no ma bi fiafia ho conditions bi fiafia ho, and among that conditions include say you need to increase your internal revenue. And for you to be able to increase your internal revenue, it requires you to do one or two things. One, either you increase taxes, or two, you ensure that you create avenues and platforms for businesses to grow. And so, the NDC didn't have the wherewithal, they didn't have the competence to embark on the production one. So they were focusing on taxation.
Okay.
And that is why they were even taxing condoms in this country.
Okay, Kofi.
That's why they were even taxing cutlasses.
Okay.
So when we came, we decided to say no, we'll move from that angle towards making sure say you better grow the private sector. The private sector the
more buy no IMF bailout no more extending and more extending.
Yeah, extending because
I didn't know more extending.
Good. The IMF gave us 3 years with conditions for us to satisfy. So once satisfies our conditions now, you won't win yourself out of the bailout. You continue to be in the program. The main part say, for example, ebia wo yare, obi yare. Na Dr. Akacho say, no mwedru anope numewia. So one no man honto. And when the NDC went for the bailout, they were not able to fulfill the requirements.
IMF bailout not end the year, ben.
It was supposed to have ended in 2018.
Okay.
28. I think that it was supposed to have ended in 2018 April. So we extended it to another year.
But the point is that I did best extended 2018 April. That time you were in power. Okay.
So they went to the program April 5th, 2015. For 3 years, so 2018 would have ended. But every, I think, say quarter of the year, first quarter of the year, end of every April, you have to do a review. And then maybe Chichimanchi say they gave criteria. For example, Bank of Ghana should not finance your budget. Nti Bank of Ghana needs to just come out the Bayer Juma. You need to freeze public sector employment. You need to achieve certain macroeconomic indicators. The NDC government was not able to do that to the extent that they even financed our budget for I think say 5%. And because of say NDC abandoned me and we fulfill those conditions and satisfy those requirements, we were bound to ensure say okay. That is why for 3 consecutive years the Bank of Ghana did, I think they give us about 5% or so then, and you realize that we did below 5%, and asked us to implement certain laws to protect expenditure, and that's why we had the Fiscal Responsibility Act, Fiscal Responsibility Council, and other financial regulations. And when we were able to win ourselves and fulfill those requirements, we got out of the IMF.
Kofi Ameyao, since 2017 at Mobile Power, how many Ghanaians in more employment?
Well, the last time I checked, 2020, your manifesto, we were talking about 2.2 million Ghanaians.
2.2 million Ghanaians.
Yeah, it's in our manifesto.
More permanent employment, and I said temporary.
All sort of employment. All sort of.
Maybe a temporary 6 months.
Yes.
Then what got in a few?
Is
that what you promised Ghanaians?
We promise Ghanaians that we will create equal opportunities and prosperity for all. What I say? In kakra process. It requires time. Unfortunately, sometimes outliers, you may be free in Montana account. We had a global pandemic. If for dim common realize say 2017 2018. 2019, even first quarter of 2020, we were doing much better until COVID struck and eroded all our gains. I think that free moon kakran. Penny can sing be. My main Ghana for said I mean the reason for making that particular statement. I say yenim kwanya yebetim de yesika sem toto abanko mu bio na enim said ye betimi de enipa wawu abanko. There is an admission say the economy will die. Economy be say and you remember it. But for you to survive, for you to live, you will do it because ye MPP for no ye nim kwan ye betimi ama yesika sema pejayi ti baby a drone. Because all kind of budget statement, paragraph 20, the president through the finance minister admit clearly, say what keeps him awake at night is the sufferings of the people of this country. The finance minister has admitted that Ghanaians are suffering. The vice president in Kaswa admitted that prices of goods and services are increasing, skyrocketing. Ghanaians are indeed suffering. However, it will require MPP to ensure say ye free. Omanpeni John Dramani Mahama. Okwa ayama no ne abrochire Harvard. Oni abrofuni dinkom. Oje tumu preko pese the pandemic COVID no ebema ebibifo ho ahia. But when it comes to Ghana, he pretend COVID never happened to us. When it comes to Ghana form pese ebeja to openi meka we de bia wa ho brasem ne ebuo mu say Yaman on US, for example, baby, Meti Queens. There's a place called Jamaica Avenue, a street. They say the more fan of us. There's a store called Dollar Discount. For almost 3 weeks, ni yenya toilet roll. In the US, make COVID time, yenya suomponi ato. It was difficult to get a pack of water. Make ko odi. Obe connect janimpo. Edin so benya empo sebi anka na tangerine ana apple ato any in fact the edin pie pan. It was difficult to get these things during the pandemic, especially bread, toiletries and water. No and tell you
it wasn't difficult in Ghana.
So you see, I am saying that I want you to know and dokro Ghana phone kwao. Yes, I understand. But the reality is that what happens in other countries
Kofi,
also affects us.
Coming into power, more promise Ghana for say every constituency, every year, $1 million.
True.
How many years in our power?
We've been in power for 6 years.
Okay, into your calculate here, $6 million. That was a core constituencies.
Openi
Constituency be now in Ghana.
Me wo in price constituency.
In price
But me
constituency.
one kind there me wo Pon Katamanso.
Okay, into the in fact Mon Katamanso one crying. When was $6 million development to Mon Katamanso?
Oh free. Unim nana krom.
Meaning Nanakrum very well.
Asalabotwetu.
Meaning Santo, meaning baby, I will canning.
When I quite said in canet here.
Eka $6 million development. Meaning pa is your to a minim said the attach. Oh, I didn't cry.
No,
oh no, cry.
Nana Chrome Quan. I can't and told you never quite.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
3 kilometers we know.
Oh, Nana Chrome Quan, they say, but Santo Hono, Intina missing crack.
Maybe say we.
Eka $6 million, no.
But $6 million, no. Maminche Muncho. In our manifesto, okay, chapter 5 of our manifesto. You sue headline is a reorienting national development to include the rural communities, coastal areas, and I think fishing, I think coastal, rural, and Zongo. Then we came further to say, in that attempt to make sure every district, every constituency, in fact every constituency gets developed, we will devote 1 million to every constituency, and that will come under what we call the infrastructure for poverty eradication. And under that infrastructure for poverty eradication, we have the development authorities. And in that development authorities, your Northern Development Authority, the Middle Belt Development Authority, and then the Coastal Development Authority. So when we have that, then we have a ministry called the Special Development Initiative. Ministry. That will supervise developing activities. And these constituencies, spearheaded by the development authorities, and then the Zongo ministry as well. So when anybody has a 1 million, one constituency, when you find that is how it was utilized.
Okay, thank you. And it's still with Bonkatamanso. Year development. Would you say $6 million development akosu of Bonkatamanso?
6 million development. Now, so quite no you too on we understand say
on to must spend $6 million on Bonkatamanso.
No, I won't say that.
Okay.
I won't say that because I'm not the appendices of the budget. And I'm sure that if you want to know how much has been spent or have been spent on each of these projects, it's available for anybody to see. I won't sit here and say you're spending this much or damn. Mean to me put here a figure. But I'm saying that I've seen some development in my constituency. Oko me price, so for example, my constituency, I've seen a lot of development ongoing there. So yes, is it up to 6 million? I don't have the figures, but have I seen development not just in my constituency but across the length and breadth of this country? Yes, I have.
Okay, the final question. You promised the people of Western regions that Mobesi refinery.
Cocoa,
no, oil refinery.
You see, when government makes a promise, remember, say the promise is also premised on availability of resources and other factors. But where there is a will, there is a way. If there's any government one making promise, or say minya GDS will be deliver, it is the New Patriotic Party's government. Ebebaso
and some of power.
Ebebaso. Power need the free so.
Oh, okay, mobile breaking 8 in that was.
I am extremely optimistic that MPP will become the party of the nation. That every elections MPP will win. I say this not because
in the central region for Benyamo Airport.
Ye gusua ye ye Sregana for some Benya GDO yemu. Say Yankoswa Ambra. Isn't say Oshe Numapa ya meno kase we are talking about Temal International Airport being built by Nana Addo Akufo-Addo within 5-6 years.
Commander Sugar Factory be Jumada be.
Oh, and no, and no, your man Penny call Cape Coast. the man in kind. And you see, the Ayamide woman say we are operationalized and sometimes revamp and reinvigorate any project by NDC for a chassis. And I can give you many examples. For example, University of Ghana Medical Center. They never operationalize it. Today, as we talk, it's been operationalized. Bank of Ghana Hospital, it was never operationalized. We operationalize it. What I say? Even Terminal 3 and Yankan Wansemu. The NDC didn't operationalize Terminal 3. We came to complete it. The Terminal 3 you the credit number John Joman Mahamano. Yes, he deserved that. But we came to complete it. And now back to your mobile banding project. E-blocks or Musi, Yababe twice more than even what they started, even though it's their promise and their policy. And you see, even step. So we have done marvelously better. Yayenu more colossal than they have ever dreamt of. So when I say yakwa batwa, Kagana phone share no muntu abamaya. It's based on the fact say a ba impuntua the MPP yedikai. A basic assembly to ya MPP yedikai. Mesrega na for. Enyomo mo din yajitum. Ba munya gidie say kakra you be free mu. Ama nyoma ye.
Kofi Ameya asomdwen kan. Yenda wase bebre.